Excuse me, Robo. Any special message for all the kids watching at home?
Ow!
Stay out of trouble.
There we go. So I'm starting to wonder if, going forward, this podcast is basically just going to be you and I trying to find excuses to mention Robocop.
Yeah, probably.
Because,
Yeah, probably.
believe it or not, guys, like, Hatman and I actually both watched the same movie this week without even talking about it. So that's what we'll be reviewing for the week. Plus, we'll be getting into all the craziness going on in entertainment. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin. Bad language makes for bad feelings.
Indeed. Welcome to Micah and The Hatman Live. So before we get started on our pick of the week, I actually went ahead and posted the song that I just used in the chat for you guys. Oh, hold on. Stop it. There we go. The channel's name is 331E Rock, and he is a very gifted young guitarist. Not the most over-the-top sort of like visuals like with Rob Scallion or what have you, but he's just very good at what he does. So if you just want to sit and listen to some remixes, it's a great channel. So, before we get started, there's two things. Oh, with my eye, I'm just really tired, Gojira. So when I get really tired, my eyes just don't want to focus. So what I'll do is if I close one of them, the other one will focus a little bit better. It's really hard to tell, but if I look really close into the camera here, you'll notice that my right eye is actually a partially lazy eye. It actually is hurting my eyes and how tired I am. So, that's why that happens. Oh, goodness. Okay, Hatman. Let's talk Sleeveless Comics for a minute.
Okay.
So, just to let you guys know, Armand Strange, as of right now, is, I believe, almost finished with the last 2 pages of Inglewood. Meaning, if you back digital, keep an eye on your emails tonight. Because the instant they're done, we're putting the PDF file together and we're sending it out to you.
Yep. Yeah. It might not, depending on when it happens, it might not be tonight, it might be tomorrow or just sometime this weekend.
Yes.
But once it's done, it's going out. And yes, I got to use the MailChimp thing again because that's the only way that we can do it.
So do me a favor, guys. Check tonight if you back the book what your email address is that you logged into Indiegogo with. That is what we are going to send it to.
That, and some of y'all have already, kept up with it. If your physical address, if you backed physically, if your physical address is different than the one that you put in when you backed it, change it. because we will be shipping very, very soon. Change it if you need to. Keep up with it. Some of y'all have done so already, and good job. That's exactly what you need to do. It helps us help you.
Yep.
But just double check. Make sure everything is okay. Because once we start shipping, it's all locked in and you can't change it.
Yep. So when those digital go out, we are also going to be sending the proofs to the printer. We will get the
Yes.
book back. I've already checked their website. We will get them back within
I think a week, right?
less than that, about 6 days, 5 or 6 days.
Wow. Nice.
Chaos Sonic already donated $1. Says, "Oh, don't watch the Netflix Cowboy Bebop. The director says that Faye's costume is not like a real human's, so they want to censor it." She had pancake ass anyway. Why does it matter? But anyway, the back to the sleeveless comics discussion. So physical will start fulfilling by the end of next week. Printer posters will take longer because of some printing issues. So for those of you who ordered posters, that is the last thing you are going to get. So just so you know, that's why. We will also put an update on the campaign. It will be the last update that we put on there, because the next thing that we're doing after that is, well, we are, what is it? What's the count at on Twitter? 5 days?
I think it's 6.
5.
I don't know. 5, okay.
5 days. 5 days until hell arrives. So, if you want to get on the 3 nights, 4 days mailing list, the link is in the description. What will be available for you is 2 virgin covers of the book. So one which will be a sketch cover, the other one which will be full color. Neither will have logos. You will, on top of that, you can add on the main book with the logo on the cover if you want that too. You can add on the art book. There will be a poster that you can add on as well. There's a whole lot. You can basically customize your tier with the way that I have set it up. So we are at 320 people signed up on the mailing list. Just like to give that an idea, we closed out Inglewood at like 397 backers. The fact that we're that close just on the mailing list is huge. So thank you guys. Seriously, like, this is one of the best things I've ever written. We've got Preston Acevedo on the art. We've got Oliver Lee Arce on the colors. We've got Eric Weathers coming back to do the lettering. He did the lettering on Inglewood. This book is going to be incredible. And I don't just say that because it's mine. I say that because everybody is putting in an A+ effort into this. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I think you're going to love Inglewood too, for those of you who backed it. So, all right.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
If you didn't see it on Twitter, there's your physical freebie. There's your prize for your stretch goal.
Yep, that was for the 10K stretch goal. So
I'm literally printing them right now.
Yep.
So it's happening.
Indeed it is.
It's happening, y'all.
All right. Our pick of the week. Robocop 2. So, the skinny on this one is that there is a new drug on the streets of Detroit called Nuke, which is put together by this drug dealer named Kane, who is sort of a weird sort of messiah figure-ish thing. The police are on strike, and so there are not very many cops that are out working the beat, but Robocop is there because he's Robocop, and that's what he does. And then hijinks ensue. Hatman, I'm actually going to let you lead off. What do you think about this movie?
I think it's underrated, but at the same time, I think it's also undercooked. There were so many awesome places that it could have gone, namely Alex Murphy like regaining his humanity, like playing off of the journey that he had in the first RoboCop that just sort of abruptly stops midway through.
Yeah.
I mean, think back to like the scene with him and his wife. That you think, oh my god, that's going to go somewhere. That's really fucking cool. And then it doesn't. There's no payoff for it. And I really wish there was, because that was the most interesting thing about the movie. And then just, halfway into it, RoboCop becomes, PG-PC, and yeah, that's it. That's where it goes into. So I like it. I mean, I do like what it ends up doing. I ironically like the idea of Kane as RoboCop 2, otherwise known as what if RoboCop and Ed 209 had a baby?
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like that. And his transformation scene is grisly as fuck, but it is so cool.
Yeah. There's some legit horrifying elements of it.
Oh, good God. Good God.
So, I'm kind of back and forth on RoboCop 2. It has some genuinely funny moments. Like the image you see in front of you. Murphy, you're reading Miranda to a corpse. I'm having trouble. But I think that a big issue that I have with this movie is it actually doesn't follow up very well on the previous film. So, the most significant line, in my opinion, in the first RoboCop is the very last line of the film. So the old man of OCP goes, "It's nice shooting, son. What's your name?" He just looks at him and goes, "Murphy." He had regained his humanity. And then this movie begins and he's basically acting like a robot again. Mm-hmm. And OCP's calling him a robot again. And all this other stuff. And I'm like, I feel like we're retreading ground that we don't need to be retreading right now.
Yeah.
You know? I felt like, it was a, that was a misstep on Kirshner's part. I think that, well, one thing I do like, though, all the police officers are calling him Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice touch. But I felt like there was a lot of things that were honestly kind of pointless. Because like you said, the whole thing with his wife gets dropped halfway through. You know? Well, why even bring it up then? I think that it was silly. I think that I honestly think if you cut that part of the movie, it actually makes the movie better. And, by the way, in the Frank Miller graphic novel, that is the original script for RoboCop 2, that stuff is not in there. Mm. And it's better for it.
I've actually never read Frank Miller's treatment.
Really?
I kind of hate that.
You should read it sometime. It's good. It's enjoyable. It's very cynical, but this is Frank Miller we're talking about. But yeah. It's pretty good.
He was originally attached to write the script, wasn't he?
Well, he wrote the original, and then it was rewritten by somebody else, but he was credited for it. They bought it from him, basically. And then it was rewritten by somebody else. Right. But kept a lot of the same beats, like him having a bunch of new directives uploaded to him that basically make him like a PC sort of robot. And that is what one thing that I just kind of find hilarious about this film. Like, just he just gets, it's a nice little commentary on corporate meddling,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, because they have this board meeting where they want to add all these fucking directives to him when you don't really need more than serve the public, trust, protect the innocent, and uphold the law.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything else that they were saying like files into that. It's like, what the fuck are you people thinking? You know, it's a nice little commentary on like parents groups and things like that. Like, that sort of stuff I thought was good. You know, it's just, yeah, it's got a rough opening, but everything like second and third act is a lot better. But I did notice, like, it's not as clever as the first film. Like, outside of like the goofy Murphy stuff when he's got all the directives, there's not really a lot of quotable lines in it.
Yeah.
You know? And it suffers from that. Like, when he this is not a spoiler, he kills Kane in the end. Like, the last thing he says is goodbye.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And like, when they're at the top of the skyscraper, he and Kane are fighting. When he's about to pull him off it, he just goes, "You're coming with me, Kane." He should have just said, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me," or something like that. Like, that would have been a lot cooler. So, yeah. That was a bit of a disappointment. So, yeah. By the way, it's kind of funny that OCP gave him all those directives, but they didn't give him one to tell him not to electrocute himself.
I guess they kind of figured that self-preservation was going to be a thing.
I know, right? It's just kind of funny because Murphy is just sitting there. He's got all these directives going through his head. He's just sitting there calmly. And they're like, well, we can run a few thousand votes for him, hope his insulation holds up. Pop! Goes out and does it. He's like, fuck this! So, yeah. It lacks the panache of the original.
Yeah, I would say so. The original was much better, much more biting with its social commentary too.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, like, it feels a lot more on the nose. Like, you can obviously tell, you know, what the message is, who it's going after, with the you know, the more kid friendly RoboCop. And Micah, do you remember the RoboCop cartoon?
I do remember the RoboCop cartoon.
Isn't that rather ironic that RoboCop cartoon also was a thing?
I think it's funny personally, but
I watched it as a kid. It was funny.
I think
I think was still rated R too.
I think that's the one that spawned the line of "I am shocked at my genius" or something like that. But yeah.
So let me ask this also. End of the movie. It kind of sets up for OCP being the big bad. Like, it sets up for the true end of the trilogy. And then RoboCop 3 kind of fell on its fucking face.
Yeah, RoboCop 3 is ass.
Do you think it would have been worthwhile to have more of a punch at OCP and corporate America in this building on what was already done in the first RoboCop, or do you think they should have just saved it all for a better version of RoboCop 3?
Better version of RoboCop 3. Somebody actually asked, did we see the RoboCop TV show live action? Which one? Prime Directives? Because there's two.
I thought Prime Directives was the only one.
There's Prime Directives, which was a sci-fi series, and I watched one episode of it, and it was okay. I don't remember what the other one was.
Oh, okay, never mind. The TV show that was in the 90s was not called Prime Directives, apparently.
No, that's just RoboCop the series, I think.
That's what I remember. But for some reason, I remember that as Prime Directives. I'm confused now. I'm very confused.
Yeah, like that one I think is like, the weird thing about it is like, RoboCop is like, uses non-lethals in that one. So. But yeah, Prime Directives is one where I know he does like a bunch of crazy shit, like breaks a hydraulic press with his arms and shit like that. Like he's like super strong. So. But anyway, so final rating. It's okay. That's my thought. It's an okay movie.
Yeah,
it gets stronger as it goes on.
I would say it's worth watching. Just temper your expectations, but it is worth watching. RoboCop and RoboCop 2. Well, obviously the first RoboCop is a must see for anybody. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, RoboCop 2. I would say watch it. I do recommend it. But stay the hell away from RoboCop 3.
Yes.
Don't even bother. Don't even get close.
There's actually a RoboCop comic book that I think I'm gonna find the name of it real quick. That was I want to see it was from Boom Studios. Last Stand. Yeah. Wait, actually no, that's not it either. Is it Dead or Alive? Yeah, it's called Dead or Alive. It was a Boom Studios comic, and that's actually, in my opinion, the true RoboCop 3. So read that comic instead. RoboCop Dead or Alive. It's really, really cool. But now they're talking about doing another RoboCop movie with Peter Weller. I say just do a television show.
Yeah, I think they said that they want to. They want that to be the true RoboCop 2.
Yeah.
And I wish they'd just get Paul Verhoeven to do it, but.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let's move on. So Jed Whittaker apparently is still a thing.
Still?
Yes. So some of you might not know who this fucking hack is. Jed Whittaker, well, he's a hack, is a guy who is a game journalist who is mostly known for being gay and shoving a Joy-Con up his ass. Yes.
I totally forgot that he did that.
So
I wish this had alcohol in it.
So Jed Whittaker, for those who don't remember, was getting a big push from game journalists, and the game journalist community a while ago. This was back during the Gamergate days. He was getting a big push, and he was kind of expected by Destructoid to be their next Jim Sterling, because they really needed another writer who was sort of their frontier star, and the guy who would bring clicks in, because that's what Jim did. The problem is that Jim at the point at that point was actually capable of making a salient point. So with Jim, you never knew what you were getting with him, and that's why he could bring in an audience. Because at the time he actually had a brain between his ears. That of course got substituted with several donuts. So there's that. But they expected Jed Whittaker to kind of fill that void. Well, he got in a lot of trouble for, I believe there was one controversy specifically where he was outed as being pro-censorship. Let me bring him up real quick from Deep Freeze, because I looked at this earlier.
Deep Freeze it.
So, it was the Fire Emblem Fate scandal. So, basically he claimed in an article that Fire Emblem Fates included conversion therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not only did that turn out to not be the case, it was a complete fabrication. And it was a massive, massive, massive backlash against Destructoid for pushing that. And yeah, and not to mention he had other problems, like he had pushed discredited surveys. He largely was just not very well liked by readers, which is part of the reason why he doesn't really get much work these days. He hasn't for a number of years, and he has kind of a middling YouTube channel that he's apparently found recent success in just making Animal Crossing videos. So, the thing about Jed, though, is that Jed was kind of the king of cringe. He did streams and stuff, and there's one where he is quite literally dropping the N-bomb and stuff like that to try to be ironic. Well, my colleague at RT, Sophia Narwitz, brought that up with some nonsense that he had said. And he has falsely DMCA'd the video, even though it was being used for criticism. Which, by the way, is legal under fair use. Jed knows that, by the way. He's just embarrassed by the clip, which is why the original video is privated on his channel. But he leaves it there so he can DMCA you, if you ever post it. So, yeah. That is probably one of the most... Hatman, real quick, I'm going to read a donation, and I want you to give your interpretation of this event. 420 Gunny throws $5 at us and says, I got the Robocop graphic novel Robocop vs. Terminator. It's awesome. Murphy even gets a couple of Ed 209s to back him up against a group of T800s in Detroit. Yeah, I've actually read it. And that they actually referenced that in Mortal Kombat 11, where he actually has an Ed 209 as backup. So, and he actually programs it the same way he does in the comic with his data spike.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have to use the restroom, Hatman, so I will let you take over on this one and kind of talk about it for about...
Yep.
Give it 5 minutes.
Okay. So this is just another example in the whole litany of examples that we've had of somebody abusing the DMCA in order to cover up the shit that they've done in the past. Why is kind of obvious, because you can't withstand the might of the woke brigade if you have even one failing in your history. Sophia Narwitz pointed out that they pretty much ran, I think, Colin Campbell out of the gaming industry for perceived slights, and yet this dude is openly using multiple slurs, and he's fine. He's still okay. But I guess it's because what gets DMCA'd and we're not allowed to talk about anymore. It's the Scientology thing. Once we have successfully buried it, we don't talk about it anymore. You are not allowed to go seeking out this information. So yeah, that's about all I've got aside from this is hilarious and also it is going to court and I hope Jed Whittaker gets his shit pushed in. People arguing over fucking Fire Emblem in the comments. I have not played Three Houses, by the way. I kind of want to, but then I kind of like don't because I haven't finished Fates yet. So yeah, I don't know. The last Fire Emblem game that I played to completion was Path of Radiance, actually. And that took me forever because of me having to restart the game because I got up to the fight with the Black Knight and then I realized, oh wait, I haven't leveled up Mist like at all. So she kept getting fucking killed and I was trying to get a no one dies run. So yeah, that save file was useless. Careful, Hat. Jed might like getting his shit pushed in. I don't remember who fucking said it, but I do love this quote. It's, I hope you suck a dick, unless, of course, you like sucking dick, in which case I hope you never suck a dick again. So we'll go with that. Oh, Lord. I'm not doing a very good job of taking this stream over, am I, y'all? Actually, we might just be able to move into the next topic. Let's see. Let's do this. This actually relates to a question that not the last one asked us in Discord. What are your thoughts on brands weighing in on social issues? Is it cynical marketing or fear from cancel culture? So, lots and lots of companies lately have been donating to Black Lives Matter and the NAACP and other, as they call them at the very least, social justice organizations. I guess as a sort of mea culpa for any perceived damn, Alex, get the word, any slights, I guess, that they may have had or may have done against the Black community, or just for woke points, for the sake of woke points. And it kind of comes off as how do you do, fellow kids, more than any kind of, wanting to do social good. But at the same time, you've also got companies trying to one-up each other, like, we're going to add more Black people to our board of directors, or we're going to put more Black people in leadership positions, or we're going to commit to a diverse staff or whatnot. Like, at what point does it just get too stupid? Yeah, Ghost says, don't ask questions, just buy our shit. Like, I don't, and Gabe says most of them probably wanted to say stuff just because of pressure. I don't know if I would say pressure, as much as I would say they're doing it just for the social clout. Although I did see one guy explicitly call out Star Wars for not getting woke and not jumping in and saying Black Lives Matter.
I have returned.
We moved on to the next topic. The companies going full Black Lives Matter.
Right. So let me just move the thing.
So, yep. Switch the card.
Continue. Oh wait, donation.
So yeah.
Talon Silverman, $3 says, "Do you wish more games had the children mechanics from the Fire Emblems, but a story spanning several generations?"
Yes, that'd be awesome, but only specific games will be able to do that, and that'd just be RPGs.
There you go. All right, continue.
So yeah, there was one guy who did try to pressure Star Wars into tweeting Black Lives Matter, and then Star Wars did, and fucking a bunch of people jumped on their asses because they censored Finn in China. And then there was that other dude who said that we need. I'm fairly certain it was sarcastic, but he said we need to hear from Fleshlight regarding racial disparities. And then Fleshlight said that they were going to address racial disparities. That was actually funny. That one was actually funny.
What?
I'm not kidding. Fleshlight jumped on board.
Racial
Does anyone know if Pornhub is going to commit to an ebony only section in solidarity?
They kind of already have one.
Well, I mean, like for their whole fucking website, like
that's the only active one.
Yeah,
that would be kind of funny.
The Apple Music and I think the whole iTunes store like blacked out and was only not publishing, but promoting stuff by black musicians and so on. It was a set playlist, like a set anti-racism playlist. So I'm kind of wondering if porn sites would do the same fucking thing, but just, hey, black porn only. Also, you have to pay for it.
God. I'm just,
but no,
the racial disparities in Fleshlights thing gets me, because it's like, but now hold on a minute. I'm a dude, and I'm assuming that all women are the same on the inside, except for varying degrees of tightness. But I could be wrong.
I really wish they had tweeted out Black Lives Matter. But,
oh, good lord.
That might have been too much. Oh yeah, Spotify made a playlist and most of it was rap music. Yes, I remember that too. And that's the thing, like it's all, I think, just for woke points. Because you don't see this shit happening during like Black History Month, for example. You don't see this shit happening during Pride, for example. And Pride Month is this month, and I'm noticing that more companies have blacked out as opposed to putting on the rainbow colors.
Womp womp.
Even though the new quote unquote pride flag has the black and brown stripes at the top, which I still say is fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I think it's for woke points, it's for social clout, and it doesn't really represent much of anything. Like you see the donations that they're getting, a few $1 million here, a couple 100,000 there. It's money they can afford to fucking lose. Like if they can spend that much money on what amounts to free positive marketing, they're gonna fucking do it. Like any company would love to do that, especially if it's a fraction of the marketing budget that they've already fucking appropriated. It's free press for them, free positivity. Okay, cool, but what are they really going to do? Like, is it just support? I mean, there are some they're saying like, yeah, we'll address the issue of racial disparity on our boards, and as much as I think that's kind of fucking stupid, at least that's going one step further than just writing a check to the NAACP and making a tweet about it and that's it. It just reeks of insincerity.
Yep. 420 Gunny throws at $5, says, I've been binge watching The Last Kingdom on Netflix to hold me over to the last season of Vikings or Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which, by the way, is going to have the option to convert your Viking clan to Christianity as part of making alliances with the Saxons. Really? Well, that's interesting.
Deus Vult!
I guess. That is not something I would have expected to see from them. So, okay, final topic of the day. Real quick. I will let you comment on this, Hatman, because I already did a video on it. By the way, folks, if you're enjoying the podcast, please hit that like button. We got 56 people in here right now, only 20 likes. So hit the button, and we will greatly appreciate it. So, Hatman.
Yeah.
Comic book artists against fascism, using the logo of Antifa but altered. Thoughts?
It's stupid, and I guarantee you only a few of them actually know what Antifa does and what Antifa stands for.
There you go.
This also speaks to a wider issue, because we saw like "I am Antifa" trending on Twitter. People just generally do not understand that Antifa is not short for anti-fascist. It's short for Anti-Fascist Action, which is an organization that uses militant left-wing tactics to fight fascism, but fight the root causes of fascism, according to them, which are capitalism and hierarchical governments. Until you address that and say where you stand on that, you just look like a fucking idiot.
Yes. Personally, I think that we need the words of a third party on this. Of a certain philosopher named John Rambo. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck 'em.
Okay. Because
John
I am
Rambo's
so
a very
tired,
wise man.
we are going to combine meeting the goal today
Ooh.
with Q&A. So, Hatman.
Q&A. All right, let's do it. Let me address this real quick because just a follow up. Ghost says at the start of the week they were called the terror movement, and people said, "Oh, you're calling anti-fascism terrorism," which again speaks to the general ignorance of what Antifa is. So, I've been trying to educate people on Twitter, but you can't fix stupid.
No.
Sometimes
Okay.
it's just...
Before we
All right.
answer questions, just so you guys know, this is the legit bottle. Okay. Go ahead.
Ooh, I hear the machine cutting stickers back there.
Woohoo!
All right, so we're gonna have another sheet. Damn, where the hell did Discord go? Pop up. Okay, there we go. Daniel Parker asks, do we play as Paragon or Renegade in Mass Effect?
Yes.
I play Paragon.
I do
because
both.
I can't justify being an asshole, really.
I can in the second game because it's hilarious.
I can't in most games, just like BioShock, for example. You know, I saved all the little sisters.
Well, that's killing children, though.
Yeah, but still, like, it's... I can't do it. I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like even more of a dick in games like even fucking The Last of Us. I didn't want to kill the doctor. I did not want to fucking kill the doctor that you're supposed to kill to set up The Last of Us Part 2. So in a way, I didn't want to play The Last of Us Part 2 even before it was fucking revealed.
Yeah.
Because Paragon.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but now you have to play Man if you're going to play that game.
Fuck that shit. I'm probably going to have to fucking play it at some point.
I ain't playing it. Not unless somebody pays me to do it.
No.
Fuck all that noise.
Yeah. Anyway, Alistair asks, what is it with both left-wingers and right-wingers going absolutely crazy over works of fiction? It's really pathetic to see.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's just really stupid. Everybody wants to I guess, they want the media they consume to reflect their personal politics. And that's stupid because you shouldn't demand that everything be political.
Yeah,
and you definitely shouldn't set those expectations on anybody. Did you see fucking One Angry Gamer's Traitors to America list, by the way?
Yeah, that's fucking gay.
That's so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Like, what the hell happened to Billy D? He just went completely off the fucking deep end.
He started reading Vox Day, from what I remember.
That'll fucking do it. Anyway. Matchstick asks, thoughts on Games Workshop starting the virtue signal with their new community post? I don't pay attention to anything Games Workshop does. Or at least the Games Workshop community stuff.
Yeah.
Just like I barely pay any attention to Wizards of the Coast now.
I tend to take things like that as basically them saying, yes, we do want black people to buy our things.
Yeah. What did One Angry Gamer do? Okay, so they made a list called Traitors Matter or donated to an organization was put on the list, and allegedly now they are traitors to the Republic, which makes no fucking sense because saying Black Lives Matter does not make you. It doesn't. Saying Black Lives Matter doesn't even make you an affiliate of the fucking organization. Like that's how stupid it is. That's like a reverse Antifa fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. How is it?
Tastes great. But
Told
that
you.
Reaper lingers.
Told you.
But I'm not cursing, just kind of panting.
It's good at first, and then you realize I have a hot dick in my throat. Fuck. This really is hentai hot sauce.
Yeah, kind of. But the the flavor's great. Doesn't go that great on pizza, but it's still pretty good. This would go good, really. Like, if you were to mix this in with like a mesquite barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
I might actually do that.
That would be good in chili too. So I see why you did
I
that.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did put it in chili and it was really great. Although nobody else could eat it because.
But no, like
they can't take
that just woke me up. Like I'm awake
there you
now.
go.
And I don't need milk, by the way. I have this. I have Pepsi. Pepsi is actually very good at neutralizing spices, especially anything that's tomato-based.
Not for me, it's not. It kills me. It kills me. I love Pepsi, but Pepsi betrays me when it comes to hot and spicy.
Yep. But no, it's not. It's sort of like you're panting for a little bit, like heh heh. You're doing the what do they call the thing in the hentai where the girls like have their tongues out or whatever? A hago?
A hago face or something?
Yeah.
I don't know how to
You're kind of doing that
so.
because of it. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce the fucking words. So.
I don't either. Fucking moonspeak. But anyway,
exactly.
What's next?
All right, so King Bean asks, what's your stance on lolly and Shota art? Many say they're the same level as actual CP, while others say it isn't because it never existed, and the fact that it's just a fucking drawing. Yeah, I would lean towards the latter in that regard because the existence of CP necessitates child abuse. Whereas if you're just drawing it, you're not abusing a child. In the same way that like you're drawing anyone getting like murdered or otherwise, tortured or whatever is not committing a crime either. And snuff films are still a fucking thing. So it's different than that. As far as where I stand on it, like I don't really care that much. I don't find it appealing at all. I think it's maybe a little bit creepy, but I don't see a reason explicitly why it shouldn't exist. Especially since there are other really, really creepy fucking things out there. I mean, shitting dick nipples is a fucking thing. I don't understand why that exists. I don't understand why somebody would want that to exist. I don't understand why somebody would draw that. But it's out there. And I can't really do anything about it.
I'm just going to say that if you want to draw naked little girls, there might be something wrong with you.
Probably.
We'll leave it at that.
Probably. Let's see. Holy Ninjato asks, is there any story potential for a Robocop type character?
Yeah, Robocop.
Yeah, in Robocop, I would say. I would hazard to write anything with a Robocop type character, because keeping him a robot would be too close to Robocop, and just giving him like superpowers would
Make him
just
a
be
superhero.
every other superhero book. Yeah.
At that point, he's a savage dragon.
Yeah. Or in some cases, a Punisher.
Yeah.
Anyway, following up on that, Spider-Nick asks, how would you write a Batman Robocop story?
I don't like that crossover.
I think it would have potential, if only because of the dynamic that it would create once Commissioner Gordon is involved.
Maybe. My thing is this. What the hell does Murphy need Batman for, and vice versa?
Well, that's why I say I think it'd be better if you bring Gordon into it. If RoboCop is like the new tool of Gotham City Police Department, what role does Batman then play to them, to supplementing them? And by extension, will he lose that connection with Gordon because RoboCop can do things within the law that Batman could not? I think that has potential, but I don't exactly know where to flesh it out.
I would rather do Batman and RoboCop versus Terminator. Terminator's in Gotham trying to assassinate somebody. RoboCop is chasing it across time to stop it. They just happen to be in Gotham City. Hijinks ensue.
I like what Pinscrap says, RoboCop versus Judge Dredd.
Oh, yeah.
I like
RoboCop
that.
Judge Dredd crossover would be great. You would get all the law.
And yeah, see, Gojira says Batman basically was RoboCop. Yeah, but Batman was RoboCop outside the law. So now that you've got somebody who is acting as a LEO, what does that mean? Like, is Gordon just going to abandon his ally because now he's got somebody who can do the work, and he doesn't have to work with someone in the shadows anymore?
Yeah. All right, next question.
Next question. Talon asks, thoughts on Smite bringing in Cthulhu as a character, and quickly then making a post on how they oppose all of Lovecraft's views, yet still use his character. How many times have we heard this one?
Well,
I would assume most people already...
A lot of Lovecraft's characters are public domain at this point.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I mean, I think it's stupid because obviously, like, who doesn't oppose a lot of the shit that Lovecraft said? Whoop-de-fucking-do. You don't need to... Let me just put it this way. The reason that virtue signaling is stupid is because a good man does not need to declare he is a good man. He simply is one. There you go.
He says, I would have assumed most people already agreed they don't like his views on race, but still love his works. Do you think others will start doing the same with other writers that have controversial views?
Well, of course they will. They've already started.
Yeah, they'll have to. I mean, it's revisionist purity testing, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Servant of God asks, after you finish Gears 5, and given you've been said to have had a Minecraft head, would you guys play that for the overflow or something else?
Not a big Minecraft guy.
I
own it,
no,
but it's not really my thing.
No, because I have the PC version for life because I bought it when it was an alpha, and I much rather would play co-op stuff on console. That, and it's way more comfortable to be sitting in a chair that's much bigger and much more comfy than this to play video games. So probably not, because then I have to buy Minecraft for Xbone or whatever.
Yeah. Holy Ninja Toe.
HG Willis was
real quick from the chat. Holy Ninja Toe. I am actually right now looking to find a video editor to work with me on the new channel, and that's why videos have been stalled right now. So once I'm able to find somebody who is willing to do that for me, then production will increase on video stuff. So that's why that hasn't come out yet.
Minecraft and mental health.
Okay, back to the Discord.
We're done with the Discord, so back to the chat.
Okay, we've got 4 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Let's try to do some rapid fire stuff. Hardboiled asks, thoughts on Black Lives Matter types lashing out at Amy Adams on her Instagram, trying to cancel her for not doing enough.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's bullshit. Google it. Anyway,
is it time to accept her as one of us? She's always welcome because she's a ginger.
Well, and she's hot.
Yes, but she's a ginger first and foremost. John Whitesill.
What?
People really want you to watch Avatar. People really want a stretch goal to be for you to watch Avatar. This has been asked several times now.
Like the whole series?
Yeah, the whole series. It's 3 seasons.
That's
like
a
60
lot of
episodes.
time. And I'm in the process of writing a comic right now.
Yeah. It'd probably be more than $100 if Micah was going to do it. So yeah, the stretch goal would be more than 100, but maybe. Don't know yet. Let's figure out 3 Nights and Englewood Book 2 before we start thinking about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Angry Boss asks, how did you decide to merge all your stories into one world?
Well, one thing that I realized as I put a lot of the concepts together was that there was a lot of dark elements to them. And I said to myself, a lot of superhero universes, the foundations that they're based on are based on, again, the world outside your window. So I wanted to do a series or a universe where it was based on your nightmares. It was based on horror. It was based on fear. And as such, that's just how I did it. And then it has given me the ability to add elements to each story that I wasn't going to be able to do before. For example, when we do the Paragon Inglewood crossover, the villain in that is of mystical nature. So it's one of those things where God, I'm all sweaty. It's really all there is to say about it. It's like that. It really just came together like that. You know, there's not really too much of a science to it, and I'm a little too tired to brain right now. So hopefully, at another point, I'll be able to answer that better for you. But right now, I'm just so tired. All right, what's next?
Kuba's Revenge Home asks, what are your thoughts on the not E3 but the Dorito Pope Summer of Games, which has been going on, and predictions for it coming forward? PC gaming show tomorrow, apparently.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, Sony already delayed their PS5 reveal, so
yeah. I am hoping that we get more Cyberpunk stuff. I'm also hoping for I don't know. I'm really hoping that sometime in the next 6 months, the next Gears of War game gets announced. I think it's about time. So, all right. So that's all I got for that. I'm so fucking tired.
I'm looking forward to it too, but I think it's just going to be like a window of things to come. I think maybe we'll get one more like in-person E3 and that'll be it. So, let's hit a couple of quick ones if we can.
No, we actually do not have time. We are over
Oh,
time.
we don't have time? Okay. Overtime. All right. That means overflow, you guys.
Yep. So I've eaten the pizza. So that was hot. I'm going to go sleep. So we do appreciate you guys. Seriously, 420 Gunny, Talon Silverbane, Chaos Sonic, Serena, Changus Khan, and not the last one, Holy Ninja Joe, Jesus Christ, guys. You gave us a lot of money this week. So, yeah. We really appreciate it. And by the way, a decent chunk of this is going to Armand as a bonus for his hard work on Inglewood. So, because I've been pushing him hard lately, so I want to reward him for the awesomeness. So, it is time for me to sleep, though. So, Hatman, any final words for the chat room?
Yeah. So you liked hentai then?
Just the hot sauce. Alrighty, folks. We appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to go sleep, but until now, my name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and I got more stickers to run.
Yep. We'll see you guys soon. Deus Volt.
Deus Volt.